Hello, and welcome back to Therapist Plays Night in the Woods. And friends, we're having a bad time. We're having a no good, very bad, awful day. We were just told by our sweet mama cat that we're not entitled to have the feelings that we have. She said, no, 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 you do not get to say such things. And she suggested that May doesn't care about the impact of her choice to leave college on the rest of the family. She said, you know, don't start caring now. Do whatever it is you do. So we've been dismissed, and that's not a great feeling. We've both levied some heavy accusations, some salacious things at each other. May has told Mama Cat that the only succession she belongs to is a line of failures. So things are quite tender in the Borowski home at the moment. Now, let's see what sort of response we're going to have to that. Are we going to be big sad or big mad? Either way, our poor little kitty cat is feeling a lot of emotions. So let's see what she does before we get into it. I'm worried about her. I'm worried about everybody. You know, May obviously has her friends and, well, her parents when things are good with them. But I also wonder who her parents turn to. I mean, they obviously have each other and probably the church committee, but I don't know, that committee kind of sucks. They sort of have a negative bias towards the youth, so maybe that's where mom is getting these crazy ideas that we don't give a shit. I'll tell you what will cheer me up, okay? Selmers. Selmers is going to cheer us up, okay? Selmers, I need a poem. I need something that is going to enrich my life in this moment and give me renewed perspective. Whoa, decorations. Girl, you can't mess around on Halloween. Jeez. Want to hear a new poem? Yes! I am burning with an urge to hear a poem. Please! Yes! Bats and moon. Against the gloom. The night is black. I made a stack. Cool. God, that hits. She goes on. I microwaved. Pizza. I'd saved. Though pizza cold. This breakfast. Cold. The classic positive reframe. That's so true. It really happened. God, Summers is so cool. Big Halloween fan here. Yeah, me too, obviously. You going to Harfest? No, staying here for the trick-or-treaters. You are a saint. I couldn't agree more. Selmers is the coolest. Harfest is dumb. Really? Oh, I love it. I mean, are you 8 years old? No, I'm not. I mean, just look at those little pumpkin bears and cats in the window. I just love it. What does the rest of the town have to distract me from with the crisis at home? Don't touch my pumpkin. Dude, what did I do to you? I can see why May has turned out the way that she is. Would you not respond well to commands, friend? Okay. I'm just gonna activate my defiant instincts. And maybe some of those defiant instincts come from everyone underestimating us. You know. Oh, you went off to college? We'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, just go do whatever you do. Everyone's dismissing May. They don't see her potential. B has glimpsed at some of her potential for getting her out of a funk. But we're not in a good spot with B either. Now, we do have Greg and Angus, who we can turn to at the moment, but I guess I'm concerned about May's internal positive regard. Like, is this a moment where she reflects on the critiques that she got and starts to feel really bad about herself and judge? Or is it a moment where she recognizes that her approach, you know, to the fight was maybe not the best in either scenario, but can use this as an opportunity to clarify the values that she possesses? Every time you make a mistake, it's an opportunity for that. To say, oh, okay, that wasn't really how I wanted to approach that. And your values can grow deeper from a moment like that. I think our girl just needs a little bit of distraction right now, though, which is okay. I bet a good yarn ball would do the trick. A little bit of yarn ball stuff, and then I know it'll cheer us up. feeding those baby rats. How dare people suggest that we don't know how to take care of our own responsibilities, okay? We're a mother now. We understand scarcity, okay? Those baby rats, if we don't provide them with sustenance, they're gonna go starving. Maybe that's my real purpose coming back to Possum Springs. I bet some rat babies would love a delicious pretzel. I agree. Okay, here we go. I'm taking it easy this time. You just gotta be cool. That's all you gotta do is you gotta be cool. You can't let them catch on. Oh. Right as it goes into the pocket as well. Getting the hang of this. That we are. I love how the main point of progress that we can reflect on so far is that we've gotten really good at thieving. Oh man. That's a tangible skill that we've been developing. I don't think that we even wrote something in our notebook about the fight with Mom, though, which is interesting. We normally have come to reflect here on some of those things. I mean, we did so with our fight with B. Maybe it kind of captures the feelings that we had with Mom as well. How did I mess that up? I wanted to help. Garbage. Well, I also think that these thoughts reflect a different perspective on what the fight with Mom was about versus B. Like, her goal with Mom was not to help. Like I said, that kind of fight was, how can I maximize damage to this person? One of those was a miscommunication. And the other one was more intentional. Came from more of a place of righteousness and feeling she needed to defend herself. So maybe she doesn't feel as bad about it. I think it's easy for kids to... kids, I know, she's an adult as well. I think it's easy for young adults. Don't want to disparage her like many in this game have already. I think it's easy for just about anyone to make a general assumption that your parents are somehow like naturally more resilient to these sort of things because they are in fact your parents. Like, they have the high ground authority in a sense. And so if they're saying something that hurts me, then they must be able to withstand 2 times, 3 even, fold the damage. And if this were a different situation where the parents were like obviously shit, you know, I might say that, well, they perhaps deserve it, but I don't think that Candy is an awful person or an awful parent. I think that we're clearly seeing the evidence of stress influencing the dynamics here. And, oh my God, these guys are having a conversation. Hold on, let me get in on this before I continue. What's wrong with it? I don't trust giant load-bearing machines you can assemble and disassemble in one day. It's the hit record. We've always had the hit record at Harfest. Yeah, since 1984. Maybe that's a clue that we should retire it. Shut up, Andrew. Okay, everyone, let's just take a step back here and cool down. We are going to have the hit record at Harfest tonight. Fine then, I'll send all lawsuits your way. Bring it, Colleen. These people are fucking miserable. Maybe this is just like what May thinks adults are like. But anyways, the general assumption would be that, yeah, not only can they withstand more harm, but maybe in fact they deserve it. I don't think that that's May's parents. More specifically, Mom in this sense. I think she's a great mom under a lot of stress. And, you know, really the closer you are to someone, the more that the things you say to them can actually hurt them. Something a stranger says to you can hurt a little, but someone you have a very foundational relationship with can hurt the most. And that goes both ways. So the only child saying that you're a failure and like the only thing that's successive in our family is failure, and you're just putting your dreams on me because you couldn't figure out how to make something work for yourself. I mean, she doesn't want to feel like an investment that has to pay off in some sort of way. That's a lot of pressure. But it's a profoundly hurtful thing to say to mom, you know, clearly the only reason you care about me is because it's actually you caring about yourself. Like, you just don't want to feel like a failure, so you've invested in me. And all of those sacrifices were covering your own ass. They weren't really about pushing me forward. I don't think that that's mom's point of view. I think that's how May received it. I think mom is also wrong to perceive May's slow recuperation as a kind of disinterest in contributing, or the fact that she doesn't want to talk about it, communicating that there's nothing to talk about. It's clear that she's just not ready. So what do two people in this sort of situation need to do? Well, in really both scenarios, something that I often recommend, I'm thinking about couples counseling here, but this is a sort of universal thing, is that when two people have a very different perception of what's going on, it's important that they both take time to listen completely to the other person's perspective without any interruption, qualifications, explanations, etc. If you think about most arguments or even most conversations, there's a lot of what we call partial listening going on. And partial listening is very natural. If you're talking to your boss or something, there's, I don't know, a certain percentage that you're listening to the content of what they're saying, but there's also a part of you that's listening to the internal signals of yourself and also the subtext of what they're saying. Maybe 25% of you is listening to like their tone of voice and like, do I come up in this story? Am I in trouble for something? You know, if I ask them for time off or something, am I likely to receive it? Like, you're listening for the nonverbal cues and microtonality that's informing you of those things. And then like a certain percentage is actually listening enough to the content of what they're saying so that you can respond. So maybe it's like a 40-60, 40 listening to them, 60% listening to kind of your internal sense and the subtext. And then like with a close friend, it might be closer to 80-20. You're really listening to them, but 20% of you is also kind of preoccupied with like what you're going to say back and that sort of thing. It's actually a very rare situation to listen with complete attention to someone, where you're not preparing your remarks, where you're not assessing what the appropriate response is, but you're actually listening wholly to someone. Because that doesn't happen naturally, because most of the time when we're doing that, we're in a conversation. Partial listening is not a bad thing. It's just good to be mindful about what the percentage is. Well, then it's a very special thing when you say to someone, I'm not going to talk, and I'm not going to give you like replies, and I'm not going to try to explain myself or do any of that stuff. Like, I just want to listen to you and hear you out completely. And I just want to be open and receiving of whatever it is that you have to say, and then exchange that the other way, right? Give the other person an opportunity to do the same. I think that this sets a conversation up for being very cooperative with one another, because it shows a trust and a willingness to connect and not be defensive, right? To not allow that to be a very challenged sort of conversation. And whenever I have recommended this to people, I also let them know that it is going to be intensely difficult to do this after a fight, because it is a guarantee after a situation like B and Mom that you are going to disagree fundamentally with what they have to say, and you're going to find yourself disqualifying certain things and no, that's not actually how it is, and they're going to misremember even things that you said, and you're going to want to jump in and no, I didn't say that. And this is why even some attempts at repair can make things worse. Is because we get very involved in correcting the record, which is not the goal, at least not always. And so you're just going to have to withstand that this person who you care a lot about has a very different interpretation of reality to you. And that you may not be able to agree on like what the script of reality actually is or was. But I think that this is important to do, you know, to learn how to empathize with a perspective that is so divergent to your own, and not like follow that urge to interrupt and explain and qualify and, you know, that's not really what I meant, and like all of that stuff. More often than not, you find that when you offer that option, you know, I'm just going to totally listen to you. If it's a good relationship that just had a bad moment, this person's not going to destroy you anyways. They're going to more than likely afford you a lot of grace, more so than if you came at them and said, we need to talk about this. We need to set the record straight. So I really recommend this, okay? Most conversations are partially listening, and if we try complete listening, you'll get a lot of valuable information about what this person's view of you and the situation is, and they're gonna hear yours as well. The question is that something that, you know, May is likely to do? We'll see. Okay, let's talk to our friends here. You hype for Harfest? Harfest is pretty dumb, right? I'm gonna watch a bunch of old Dracula movies from the 60s. That actually sounds really cool. It is. Gonna get a pizza too, all to myself. Wow, you have you have life way more figured out than I did at your age. I love that is her sign of someone figuring it out. Like someone who knows how to have a good time and isn't ashamed at making it happen like that. Really? What were you doing then? Hanging out in really embarrassing places online. Ruining my life. Oh, poor kitty. There's that negative self-evaluation. Kind of want to follow this lead. Yep. Let's see ya. Later. Okay, that's all we got from it. Oh. Okay. Well, pickaxe store isn't open. Oh, everything is so great and harfesty, which is basically just a little, just a less spooky Halloween. Whatever. I just want to head home and get ready for tonight. I could just do that. Or I could wander a bit, take in the harfesty air. Well, I'll get home when I do. Yeah, we're gonna take in the harfesty air. Oh. It's, Aunt Mall Cop. Mall cops don't carry guns, May. Jeez. I guess you need that gun for... What are you doing? Blocking off the road. Oh yeah. Wouldn't want to do that without a gun. She's so real for that. You know how many times I've shot someone? No. Tell me now. Once. You kill him? No. So you're saying you don't really need it then? You should carry a battle axe. That would be impressive. I'll look into it. I actually like Aunt Mall Cop. I think she does have our best interest, but she just represents kind of the higher order archetype of like an authority figure to us. Someone who's more restrictive than protective. And she's not wrong for assuming that for all cops. But everything I've seen from Aunt Mall Cop is that she's pretty reasonable. Okay, well, let's proceed to the other side of town and see what's going on. I really do enjoy how much she's just allowing herself to have fun with like the season and the Harfest stuff. I think other people are looking at it like childish, but that's a part of May that's really admirable, is that there's no shame in enjoying something. And that's an area of her that is not easily persuaded to change, because it's like not in or not cool to think that way. Like she felt the peer pressure to drink more, but I think it's a very cool thing about her that she like really sticks to, you know what, I don't care. I really enjoy this, and she's protecting herself well from the judgment of others through that. Angus, happy Halloween! Look how excited she is. Hey, you too. You feeling spooky? Oh, extremely. Can't you tell? Do your spooky face. Angus, you're just smiling, and it's adorable. Not scary. Oh. Nice effort, though. Oh my god. Like, May, if you ever get down on yourself, just know you have very cool friends, okay? Very cool friends. Angus, Selmers. B is extremely cool. I think she was right to call her badass. I think it's a shame that B didn't see it for herself. She took that very personally. What is this? Where's everybody? What? Oh my god. We used to do that. Awesome! I'm imagining that they're saying, I don't care. Well, you go easy on my street. Deal. Excellent. Okay. No other kids on tracks this time? Alright. Interesting that she said, go easy on my street. Like, throwing toilet paper on her house, I'm assuming. You going to Harfest? No, gonna watch the game. Is there a game tonight? Dude, how often do the fucking Smelters play? These guys are constantly talking about them. Well, no, but I was going to watch my favorite highlights. Why don't you come on out? Might be good. Stretch your legs, see the parade. Ever seen the game live? No, never. Come on out to Harfest. You never know. Yeah, all right. Yeah, go Smelters. Go Smelters. These guys aren't bothering anyone. And what a beautiful thing, you know? Getting them out of the house, getting them to a live game. You know what? These guys fucking rule. Go Smelters. It's too much negative shit in the world. I mean, what's so bad about enjoying stuff from time to time? Hey man, how's things? Good. Harfest rush. No one's in here. You missed it. The horror. Oh. I done got horrored. Getting horrored at work is the worst. When is this place busy? Yeah, let's go with this. When I had that job that one time, I worked the longest night rush. You know, you've never mentioned having a job. It's a story for another time. Anyway, you're here now, and I'm here now. And it's a lovely day. And I was worried I'd have to smash these light bulbs all by myself. So what's up? I'm very interested in this light bulb smashing. So that's another instance where May has not brought up, like, some sort of past thing. Like, oh, I don't want to talk about school. That's a story for another time. Now, I don't think that that's like, she's just a generally avoidant person of difficult things. I wonder if she just feels like it's gonna ruin the vibe in some way to talk about it. Like, more of an insecure, you know, no one's interested in hearing about my problem, so that's a story for another time. I mean, it could be that, or it could just be that she doesn't want to talk about it. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go! This is the best day ever. Boom! This is extremely dangerous. All these shards of glass that were just blasting right into Greg's fucking face. Oh my god. What? Ow, jeez. What the F? I did the math on how much these things cost. Jeez, May. Okay, how much did they cost? Yes! I'm finally figuring it out. This is a very different kind of character development than we're getting with B. 67 cents. I don't think this counts as like a hangout. You should try hitting it with the bat. Yeah, no shit. $0.67! Okay, what else you got? Christine is going to wonder where all the bulbs went. Dude, there are so many light bulbs. I'm out of bulbs. Oh. Huh. That was a great time. Smash. Greg rules, okay? And yeah, you know, that's sometimes the reason why we are so hesitant to really get into our issues with people, even friends. It's because even your friends might not have that on offer, like, I'm just going to completely listen. It doesn't have to be after an argument. In fact, I recommend you try this with someone, and it doesn't have to be like you're literally saying nothing. I would still do some validating and summarizing and giving your general reactions to things, but you'll make someone feel really appreciated when you sort of allow them to have the microphone throughout a conversation. And be willing to ask for that as well. Like, especially from your close friends, to say, look, I'm really going through something. I'd like to talk about it. I'm just looking for someone to listen. You don't have to do anything about it or help me solve the problem, but yeah, I just think this is a super underrated practice in most dialogue. But every time I've recommended it to people, like in a couples scenario or something, they come back and they're like, wow, they started off, you know, launching into the issue or whatever, and it was pretty overwhelming, but the longer I just listened, they kind of run out of steam, and they ended up saying that they appreciated me by the end of the conversation, and I didn't even have to say anything. I was like, yeah, it really does work. So what's up? Nothing. Tell him. Something is up. Everything is up. That's it. That's it. We're just gonna say nothing and walk out. Oh, baby girl. Where's B? Where is she? I guess we're just gonna... I guess we just have to go home and deal with preparing for the evening. Maybe we'll see her there. I don't know. Is Germ out here in the parking lot, maybe? Oh, he is. Hey, Germ. Hey. Hey, I'm Scams. Scams? That's Jenna. Hi. Hi. I'm Bill Don. And I'm Germ. I'm May. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Hey, Germ, you coming to Harfest? Maybe. Are you guys going? Yeah, we might hop over. Check out the party. I mean, y'all got ghosts here for real, right? Yeah. What? Little Joe, you know? Yeah, man, local legend. My man Tapeworm, out in the Bright Harbor, he told me he never got off in this town because of the ghost. Oh, that's a load of crap. He sneaks into railways and snatches up the good and the pure. Well, you guys got nothing to fear then. Damn it, old timer. We're pure as the air. Hey, don't go after my man Scams there. All right, well, I guess I'll see some of you there. Nice to meet you. Same, little lady. See you, Germ. See you. Germ is into the occult and ghosts. Germ is cool as well. You know, I think May actually has quite a lot of, like, social fluency. She can kind of weave herself into most demographics. Like, she's very easy to get on with. She's not immediately judgmental of people, unless they are of her. She's not the best at conflict resolution, maybe, but I do actually think she has a pretty sound set of social skills that are kind of underrated. in her own perspective. Like, in the course of this game, we have talked to peers, people who are like slightly older, slightly younger. We're not connecting with the kids in the tunnel necessarily. We're trying a little too hard. But talking to like Germ and Lori, hanging out with Lori, hanging out with B, like, she's not forcing a limitation of her social environment based on her age or maturity. And I think that that makes her, to other people, a very accessible person to talk to, a very easy person to be around. Which is probably why B was having so much fun with her before the breakdown. But if I were to ask May something like that, like, what do you think your strengths are? I don't know if she would identify that. And so I don't think I would ask her that. Instead, I would actually ask her, you know, you've told me a lot of stories about all the people that you've met around Possum Springs. All these different people. How is it that you're able to hang out with these different groups? And she might be a little dismissive of that and say something like, oh, I don't know, I just say whatever is on my mind. My head is just empty. I just speak my thoughts, which is not true. We've seen actually how deliberate she is about what she includes and what she doesn't. As we cross over subjects like what happened at school and, you know, this past job and that sort of thing, she's actually pretty delicate with the things that she includes and doesn't include. She has a very good intuition for what the temperature of the conversation is, how intense it should be. Like, is this a moment to bring up something really intense? She was actually being playful with Mom in the kitchen earlier until Mom was getting a bit short, and then she got off the countertop and said, what's wrong? She's actually really observant and attentive to the intensity of the conversation. And so maybe I kind of nudge her in that direction and say, oh, you know, it seems like when things start to get a little intense, you kind of know when to back off from certain things. What tells you that a moment's getting a little too intense? How do you know? What's the first thing you'll notice? Oh, you know, when they frown or when their eyes, you know, look around the room and they, you know, seem to be disinterested, or they start shifting in their seat. Like, I do think that she would actually be able to verbalize some of those things, because it's one thing to say, wow, you're really great at this, May. It's a strength that you have, and sort of tell her that. But I'd rather she discover it all on her own by guiding her along her own process, kind of getting into this approach that I've been talking about. Whether she knows it or not, and this is true for everyone, when you find something that's effective, like the way that she's connecting to people or the way that she has fun, inherently you must know something about what the process behind it is, because you continue to repeat it, right? She knows that it's effective. That's why she keeps being able to cross all these social boundaries. But it's so easy to dismiss that and say, oh, it's just natural for me. But it's not. Like, the fact that you continue to do it means you know it's successful. You have some internal metric of what makes it successful, and let's try to understand that. Because when you do, you start to sense your own abilities. And that's a lot more empowering than me just saying, but you're so strong and you're so capable and you do all these things, and trying to convince her of them, rather than asking her to kind of dig deep and say, well, how do you accomplish that? What thoughts go through your mind when you're making a connection with someone? How do you know when something has gone too far? She's going to elicit all on her own what the process is that makes her successful, and people come away with so much more personal attachment to that discovery than if you try to offer it to them. And a lot of therapists do this. They want to be someone's cheerleader, and I get that. You know, we really want to support our clients and tell them they're good at things, but not at the cost of them becoming their own cheerleader. I don't think that there's no space to do that and to congratulate them when they need to hear that, especially if that's something that they don't get elsewhere in their lives. But it's not only that. Part of it has to be, especially in a situation like May's, if someone is not able to recognize their own assets and they have a hard time with thinking positively about themselves, then we want to show them through their own discovery what's good about them. what works. And in fact, the more natural and intuitive it is, the better. It means that you're so good at it, you don't even have to think about it. I once spoke to someone who was in probably the worst moment of their life, in a very dark place mentally. And they were just talking about how much they were unhappy with themselves and the way that they looked and all of these things. And that instinct that we have as empathetic people is to try to convince them that those things aren't true. There's something good about you and whatever. But I just asked them instead, like, how did you get here? Like, how did you find the strength to put yourself together and come here and tell me this? And they said, well, I don't know. I've been on autopilot. And I think that they were saying it in a way that was dismissive of their own self and saying, well, it wasn't my choice. It's just, I just went on autopilot. I don't own the strength that carried me here. But I have a different interpretation. You're in this dark place mentally, and all of your active thoughts are very negative towards yourself. But beyond them, the core of this person, the thing that kicks in, that goes on autopilot, is one that has brought them to a point where they're trying to work out, is there a path for me to feel better? That's sharing with me what's going on with them. That summoned the strength, despite all very convincing arguments why they shouldn't try and can't get any better. Don't even get out of bed, stay where you are, etc. Those are the active depressive thoughts that are convincing us of that, but underneath that was an autopilot that kicked on and brought them to speaking to someone about what was going on. And I think that that's actually wonderful. And again, my instinct is to say, wow, your autopilot did such a great thing for you. Like, can't you see that? Let me try to convince you. And I'd rather just say something like, well, so you didn't have to convince yourself to find that strength. It just started kicking in. Yeah. Why do you think your autopilot wants to do that? Wants to bring you to a place where you're trying to help yourself? Well, I don't know. It just happened. I didn't even have to think about it. This is the point from which I want that person to start discovering that there's only a part of them that is self-hating and in pursuit of self-destructing. And it's the experiential part that's been through very difficult things and is finding a lot of reasons to discount their own strengths. But there's also this part of you that, without any active involvement, decided to ignore all that and seek help, even despite all of the justifiable reasons why you shouldn't have it and the help wouldn't benefit you anyways. All that is to say, if someone struggles to identify a process like Maze or the one that I just mentioned because it feels so automatic, I actually think that's a good thing, not a bad thing. Now let's see, I don't think that Mom is gonna be here. Oh, she is. How'd you get here? I'm busy. Okay, we're still not speaking. And May didn't fuss. I don't think that's a limitation of the script. I think she's making that very conscious but unconscious choice. Like, this isn't an issue to press at the moment. Love. Peace. Alright. I guess we should just go home then and get ready for Harfest. Oh, I guess we could check this way as well. See what old Bruce is up to. Oh. Howdy. You waiting for someone? Well, I think I'm being stood up. Oh no. A date? Not the kind you mean. Honestly, a big part of my job is someone calling, me heading out, and them not showing up. You were meeting them at the statue of Saint Rubilo. Yeah, the fire-breathing guy, who, like, ate people. That's a bit of an oversimplification. But yeah, basically. Cool guy to have a statue of. Outside the church, I mean. Well, I didn't put it here. But can't we learn something from Saint Rublo? Breathe fire. Eat people. Just gobble them up. Sure. This statue is part of our Encourage Criminal Acts outreach. It's working! How's the situation? The situation? With Bruce and stuff. We wait and see. And pray. I like that she's invested in this sort of social advocacy. See what I mean? Like, she knows what an appropriate joke is for this kind of relationship. You gonna go down to Harfest tonight? I don't know, maybe. Keep to myself. You should say hi if you're there. I'll be there. Okay. We'll see, I suppose. Like, whether she knows it or not, she is making a decision to treat everyone the same. I think that's great. Hey. Hello? Hey. Traveler from distant lands. You have journeyed far, and it has brought you here, to us. Actually, I walked like 15 minutes from my house. Walker, far from home. We will tell of your future. But first, be truthful. Tell us. Which of these have you seen? A shipwreck? A ghost on a hill? An arrow? Brocken? Brocken? Really? You're all like 14-year-old goths. Why am I answering this? Because, May. Because why shouldn't you answer it? You know that it would be fun for them and for you. I think we saw a shipwreck when we came into town. On my way into town. In the playground. This old ship. How did you... You have answered well. We will peer into your future and give you what help we can in the coming dark. What? Daylight savings ending? Alright, go for it. Tell us first. What has got in this place? Wow, is it caring but absent? Uncaring but distant? Vicious and roaming? Can we go with nice and helpful? Okay, fine. Well, probably this fits closest to what she's feeling. Maybe resonates with what the feeling is at home sometimes. True enough. She works still and hopes it will return. She who? We see something in your future. We know. Okay already, jeez. If the sky is empty, is it enough to be a good watcher? That's more a question than a fortune, guys. Let's try something easier. What am I going to have for dinner tonight? Don't know, don't care. I want tacos. We'll have them soon. We'll all have tacos soon. Okay, well, I'm gonna get going. Stop. Do you see the mystical symbol etched upon the sacred rock? The pentagram you guys drew? The spooky pentagram you teens drew? Aw, I love this. Yeah, the spooky pentagram. Shut up, it's full of mystical shit. Okay. It is the first of 3. Find it thrice, and it shall find you in the dark. Okay, cool, well, I'm gonna head out. You guys are adorable. And weird. But the fun kind of weird. But this is serious. Like, we're not kidding. We don't care or anything. But like, dude. Alright, I'll keep an eye out. For pentagrams and whatnot. Cool. You broke your speaking order. No. We're just going backwards now. Are you freaking out yet? See ya, weird goth teens. You're not gonna narc on us to the pastor, right? For being out here? No. Cool, thanks. Dude, her social fluency is actually amazing. 3 weird teens I met. Like, The fact that she can strike up a conversation with just about anybody and kind of holds her own, that is not something everyone can do, May. That's kind of amazing about you. And if that's something that you find easy as well, those of you out there listening or watching, you know, don't take for granted just because it's easy for you. In fact, you should appreciate it all the more. Because it means that whatever is on autopilot for you is doing a damn good job. Breathe some fire already, dude. Okay. Let's head back down into town and get ready for Harfest. Now, you may have thought that I would forget again to do my parental duties and feed those baby rats. But you would have been incorrect to assume such a thing. What happened to this dude's head? Because I will never forget them again. Never! And this time, they're getting a fresh pretzel. Fresh straight from the pierogi stand. Not a day late. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is my favorite part. Baby rats, baby rats, baby rats! All right, my little miracle rats. Time to eat. Yes! Oh, there's more of you today. You need more food. Yes, you do. Oh, we're gonna have to expand our supplies. More baby rats. How is that possible? They are miracle rats, I guess. Okay. I think we've done everything that we can in the town today. So let's head back home and get ready. What a fun and eventful day it has been. Smashing stuff with Greg. Shooting the shit with Selmers and other friends. And ignoring our problems for just a moment while we collect and reflect on our emotions. At least we didn't cause any new problems. Oh, I hope we fix things with Mama Cat. I've definitely grown quite a bit since then. A little bit taller, a regular bit wider. Granddad said I was sturdy. Screw it. I am sturdy. That's right, May. Sturdy is good. Sturdy is balanced. Hey, trash bird. Damn. This bookshelf is like the ghost of Granddad, hanging out in the corner. Maybe not his ghost, like his skeleton. Okay, I just made myself sad. Why did I come over here? Oh, There's like something written inside this book cover. Left 45, right 100, left 22, left 90, right 15. Is this like... What is this? Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, here it is. The Floating Island and Other Stories. Granddad didn't read out of this. He like recited it from memory. And made stuff up on top of that. To get me to sleep when I was a kid. Miss you, dude. Oh. Floating Island. Jeez. I'm old. Thought. Gee, Dad. Come back to life, Granddad. With his arm coming out of the crypt. Oh. What a story she's got here. Maybe that combination was like for this safe that we found last time. Let's check it out. Oh, wait. I know how to open this. Left 45, right 100, left 22, left 90, right 15. Thanks, Granddad. Aha! It's opening! What the hell? It's an old tooth. Yeah, it's a tooth. Granddad put a tooth in a safe in the basement. Well, never know when you need an extra tooth. You and me, tooth, we're gonna go far. I'll take it. Mysterious tooth. Okay, sure. Perhaps maybe just a sentimental artifact, or some unknown purpose. Oh, it's ours now. Time to get ready. Anything on the interwebs, though? Guess not. It's quiet. Oh yeah, normal clothes. Oh yeah, time to get spooky. Sweet! Witch dagger. Oh my gosh, she's so adorable. No sleep! Harfest! Any messages? No. Let's hit the town. Witch dagger! She does look quite spooky. Okay. No, I'm a cat. Hello? They must already be out. Harfest. I love it. Oh, Halloween really is the best holiday. It's so much fun. Oh, I can't jump up there to hang out with those teens. Oh, look, it's the Smelters friends. They came out. They actually came out. I love them. Splash them. Fortune. Dare you spin the wheel of destiny? Explain. None can explain the power of the wheel. Save that it is an unknowable circular soothsayer. Oh snap, is it gonna say the sooth? The sooth shall be said. Okay, I'm into this. One. A mighty spin. A commendable spin. Your fortune is your future. Place you will be soon, forever. Okay, that checks out. Your card says much. You shall live, oh good, until, alas, you die. Indeed. Oh. Wait, that was gonna happen anyway. The cards do not lie. The wheel that chooses the card is unknowable. So this is unknowable truth? You have learned much, child. I'm 20. Well, that was interesting. May the wheels ever spin in your favor. All right, then. Profound. Splash him. Hold up. Colleen, how do I get into this thing? Oh, Colleen's in the mix. God damn it. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Welcome to Harfest, Spooktacular Water Balloon Toss. You know what to do. Or can you figure it out pretty quick? Okay, let's go. Okay. Wow, you hit the spooky ghost. Oh, this is wonderful. I'm a scary spirit and I've been hit. Gonna haunt you, gonna haunt you for it. I'm extremely cold and wet. Oh my god, it's the committee. Ah, which way will I go next? Colleen! I'm gonna hex you. Oh, okay, actually this is rehabilitating their image in my mind a little bit. It's pretty cool of them to do this. Oh no, I'm melted. I'm running away. Yes! Oops, I'm the pumpkin. Oh, he's pretty tough. You hit me, the pumpkin. I have to throw it where he's going to be. I'm freezing. Now the pumpkin's frozen. Oh no, I'm going away now. I'm the pumpkin. Oh, gosh, it's so difficult. Oh, this one's got nothing to say, huh? Oh. Rattle, rattle, I'm a skeleton. Hey, come on, I'm hitting them. You hit my bones. What? Well, that sure was something. On behalf of the Possum Springs Town Council, we urge you to support local business and enjoy our historic home. Possum Springs, Kathleen, no. Oh, that one's Kathleen. More like Awesome Springs. Oh, Kathleen and Colleen. Okay, we're done. Okay, they're a little cooler than I thought, to be honest. To be quite honest. Oh, this is lovely. The vibes are immaculate. God, May has such good taste. Uh-oh. Hey, hey. What you up to? Seriously? We're putting on this year's Harfest pageant. Oh, right, okay. Live from the old pickaxe. When's this thing supposed to start? 10 minutes, I think. You think? This is a nightmare. Why did I ever agree to do this? Chamber of Commerce owes me big for this. Jeez, I hear you. What? Okay, here's the thing. You won't have many lines. What? I've had like 3 no-shows. Why? Because this whole thing is stupid and nobody cares about it. B. Please? It's a fun part. B. Yeah? I will totally save your ass. I might have this memorized from when I was a kid. Probably not. They rewrote it like 6 times in the past 2 years to be spookier. So it's like 20% actual history now. And like 80% spooks. So it's like fake history. It's like the bad remake that doesn't respect the source material. It starts off normal, but gets... Anyway. You got like 5 minutes to look at your lines. I can wing it. May, please don't wing it. Okay. Oh, we're so gonna wing it. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, B is gonna think I'm so cool for this. Oh, I didn't see you there. Be ye ghosts. Are you here to hear the tale of how Possum Springs came to be? Through the mists of time, I see. Weary fur trappers from 1793. Brother John. Yes, Brother Stephen. From this vantage point, I do spy a deep hollow, and within a great dead tree, and besides with, which, a spring. Blessed are we, Brother Stephen, for truly my throat is parched from these long and arduous travels, and carrying these 300 beaver pelts. Let us make haste, O excellent brother. Ho, travelers, spare a crust of bread for a needy woman. Ho, travelers, help an extremely old woman. Oh, I have to say this one. Spare a crust of bread for a needy woman. Oh, this is wonderful. Haggard witch, horrible to look upon, cruel young men. You did not even offer one of thy 300 fine beaver pelts to warm my ancient bones. I shall curse ye, and thee. Thou art a rude and naughty boy. That can't be in the script. That's got to be a May invention. Thou art a rude and naughty boy. Thy naughtiness must be met with punishment. I art uncomfortable. Thy punishment is a task, terrible. Thy punishment is a curse. I like this. What? Thou shalt return to thy town. Dig up the oldest grave in the churchyard. She's just totally off script. And kiss them. What? But the witch was only joking around to frighten the travelers, and instead she cursed them to die that very night. Yee! I was born amongst these trees, neath a harvest moon, and ye shall die under that moon. Brother John, I'm frightened. Faith, Brother Stephen, art thou so easily shaken by the ramblings of an old crone? Come, help me carry these 300 beaver pelts. But little did anyone know that the witch did not curse in vain. Oh my gosh. The best things happen when May just wings it. Help, help! Who will help a poor traveler? By the moon and stars above us, sir, I beseech thee, what is thy trouble? Greg, you're in this? Yep. Ah, witch! Yep. I swear thee, friend, that this very day, this horrifying crone did curse my brother and I to die. Zounds! We camped by this very spring beneath the dead tree, and even now his body lieth upon the earth, lifeless as a pile of 300 beaver pelts. Oh, it chilleth the heart. A curse upon rude young men. Go to war with men, May. That's not. She's just going with this agenda, this anti-man agenda. She has cursed the spring, and now I shall die. Wow. I'm also undone, for I have dranketh of the water. Don't leave me here, Greg. Bye. And yet, even there, the curses lust for blood would not be sated. Boy, we're putting it all out there. Okay, the final act. Oh, I think it's the committee members down there. I see Kathleen and Colleen. Gaze upon them. Gaze upon these spirits. Brother, we are now ghosts. Ah! I am tormented by the accusing glare of 300 ghostly beavers. It would seem that all who die here are cursed to never leave. Doth that witch know what she hath done? Indubitably. Crap. For what is a ghost? For each man is determined on his path. I have to go for it. And each path leads only to his end. Okay. And yet each path may lead to places unknown. You! From the bus station! Young witch! It is I, the god of the forest. I just didn't expect you to... Ain't that the way? So, witch, thou hast tarried too long in this world. I banish thee to wander in the night, through the stranger places. Oh God, how did you know? What? Young witch, let me speak wisdom to you. We begin and we end, at night in the woods. But that is not the whole of the story. This is your line. How do you know so much about me? Forest god, thou hast no power here. I guess I'm realizing that the committee members, like, they're the ones who rewrote this. And they're the audience. They're just entertaining themselves. Even now, thy end beginneth. Act! My infernal powers. Shh, young witch. Even now, the world you know endeth. And who can say what lieth in the world to come. Wow. Beware as you go, for there are ghosts. Ooh. Take care. Wow. That was fantastic. And so was founded then this festival. Oh yeah, I forgot this was about the founding of Possum Springs. On Halloween, we shall celebrate the dying of the year and the founding of Possum Springs. I, Mayor Ghost, decree it. The beaver population suffered a decline, and now our biggest exports are corn and pumpkins. We used to be the county seat. Now leave before I curse you all. Actually, the myth of the Wicked Witch is the product of centuries of persecution by... And that's our show! Be careful as you leave here, for who knows what may lurk in the darkness. Also be sure to pick up a flyer on your way out from the Possum Springs Chamber of Commerce. Support your spooky local businesses. Gosh, May is so real. She's so real for that. More needs to be said about the persecution of the witch class. And we shall not let her be silenced. Jeez, thanks, guys. I'm never doing that again. So what are we doing now? Well, I'm going home. Angus is making dinner, and we're gonna watch horror movies. Can I come? It's more a date thing. Oh. What are you doing, B? Chamber of Commerce folks are going to the buffet out by Ham Panther. Kinda have to go. Business stuff. I hate this. But you're good at it. Both of those things can be true. Can I come? Nope. Okay, well. Good night. Night. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. What am I supposed to do? This is garbage. Who's that? Just hanging out there. What? What the fuck? What the? Oh my god. Hey, anyone! Shit! What is going on here? Kidnapping. Where the hell did they go? Shit! May, go home. There's a guy up there on the hill. He stole some kid. He looked like a ghost. A ghost, huh? Or something like that? May, you shouldn't be out here doing whatever it is you're doing. No, no one should be out here. But there's this guy. I'll drive you home, May. No! May, now. What? Fucking blast that guy. Unless she knows something that I don't. What the hell's going on now? Is this story about to take like a really dark turn or something? I mean, I'm totally fine if it does. I was also totally fine with it just being about small town interpersonal drama. Okay. Part 3, The Long Fall. No dreams? Oh, I guess that was the dream sequence. A different kind of dream sequence than before, though. Oh no. This is like starting to feel like some Amori stuff. Hey dude, sorry couldn't hang out last night. Angus says he's sorry too. Band practice today, yeah? Because I'm in charge of it and I say so. Off to work, bye. Hey May, thanks so much for your help last night. Woke up and realized that I completely imposed in a big way. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I'll be at work cleaning up after last night if you want to say hello. Well, I honestly think it's not the biggest deal if we don't address the fight right now. You know, if there were to come a moment where May or B said, I want to talk about that, and the other person were open to it, I think that's totally fine. But honestly, I don't think it's like the biggest deal to just demonstrate that the friendship is solid. Not every resolution to a conflict has to be an assertive one. So long as the mistakes aren't repeated. You know, there's definitely people in my life who I know that like the assertive communication style of like, let's really talk about the problem is like not really their style. And I can try to force it to be their style and likely make things worse. But some people, they demonstrate the quality of their friendship or their love or whatever it is. And they're not so good at communicating it. And I don't really like the idea that there's a sort of unitary way to repair things. Something I found is a little hard to swallow for people who do want to work on their communication, though, is that if you are going to work on your interpersonal stuff and your communication style and you're going to get better at this, you're going to put yourself above the average. The average person being someone who is not investing a lot of time and effort into improving this skill set. And it's okay for that to feel a little lonely sometimes. Like you always have to be the one to bring things up, or you always have to be the one who communicates first after a problem, or you always have to be the one who apologizes, or you have to be the adult in the room. And I found that people do develop resentments about that. Like, why am I always the one who has to do that? Well, because you're working on yourself and you're becoming an above average individual at that thing. And you're going to have to accept at some level that being above the average means that there's not as many people up there with you, and less likely so even those in your own life, who are going to meet you at the level of quality and dedication that you have in something, some skill you've been working on. And I found that framing helps, because it's easy to get resentful. Why do I always have to be the one? I'm working so hard on this and everyone else is lagging behind me, and how unjustified that is. Well, yeah, you're becoming someone above average at something, and it means that you're excelling at it, okay? Now, you might be able to inspire someone through that to come up to your level by showing them what kind of communication you want to have. But you can't force them to catch up. I've even seen therapists fall victim to this, where they have an above average sensitivity and ability to observe and understand people. And yes, it does feel burdensome sometimes to feel like you're always the one who has to be, the empathetic listener. And yes, developing that skill set, like when you achieve a higher level of skill in something, it will create an imbalance. It's really up to you whether you find that imbalance a good thing or a bad thing. It's evidence that you are getting better at something than most of the other people around you. And you can feel bad about that, and it's really annoying that no one else is kind of meeting that standard, or you can feel okay with it. And so there comes a point where we do have to accept that, yeah, when you grow, it creates an imbalance in your relationships. And it's very likely that that person will outgrow you in some other respect, and things will even out. Just don't get caught up in the storyline that you're the one doing all of the work all the time. Hey, hun. Yeah? Come say hello, why don't you? Oh, please be a healing conversation. Look how happy I'm getting. Hey, hun. Hey, Mom. You look really tired. So do you. Also, I have a splitting headache. Well, the weather seems to agree with you. drizzly. I could go for that today. Hey, hun. Yeah? Sorry about yesterday. Oh. Me too. I said some stuff. I didn't really mean it. Well, whether you mean it or not, that isn't how we should communicate. Oh my god, this is the best game ever. This is the greatest game ever. This was the greatest moment in the greatest game. I don't want us to stop talking. I just don't want a repeat of a few years ago. I'm really sorry, Mom, about all of it. Oh my gosh! Hey, May, you okay? I'm fine. Guess I'm stressed too. Saw some weird stuff last night. I think I did. Want to talk about it? Later. I'm still, like, putting it together. Can we talk about school? Also later. Okay, let's see what else. So what are you stressed about? Well, I guess you're a grown-up now. Just spill it, Mom. After your incident a few years back, as you know, we went into some debt soothing that over. Jeez, I'm still so sorry about that. It's in the past. Let's not go back over it. Okay. When it came time to get you off to school, we took advantage of a kind of mortgage to make sure you were taken care of. Okay. Well, it turns out it wasn't a very good deal, and I just feel so stupid. We like to offer mortgages to people who maybe don't have a lot of money and aren't used to getting offers like this. Why? Because the bank took advantage of us. Fucking shocker of the century. And now they own the house, and we owe them more than it's worth. What does that mean? It means we're not sure how long into the future we'll have the house. Holy crap, we're in trouble, huh? And I'm a huge jerk? It's okay, sweetie. Don't worry. I'm worried! What you reading? It's a book of unsolvable murders. Did they all happen? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Sure. Want to hear a real teaser? Yes. Yes! Alright, there's a man lying dead in a kitchen, with a bullet wound in his head. There's a man there with him. He's got some blood on his right hand, but no gun. Huh. Last thing. The dead guy has a scar on the back of his head. Do you know the answer? Well, I don't know if there's one answer. It's supposed to get you thinking. You should have been a detective. Yeah. I would have loved that. Okay, so I have a question. What kind of scar does the dead guy have? Does the other guy in the room? What else is in the room? Great question. Normal stuff. Refrigerator, microwave, silverware. Knives. No knife wounds, though. Oh, right. Okay, I think I got it. Wow, what you got? The guy in the room is a surgeon. He implanted a magnet in the dead guy's skull. That's why he has that scar. Then the suspect used a super magnet or something on the dead guy's forehead, which pulled the magnet out through the dude's head. That's why he has blood on one hand. Yep, and I bet the murder weapons are stuck to the fridge, holding up a pic of Aunt Dottie. Oh, bravo, sweetie. Thank you, thank you. We'd make quite a pair of investigators. Could open a detective agency in town. Could use one right now, probably. Always work for crime solvers. All right, I'm gonna get going. Love you, daughter detective. You too, Inspector Mom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. A little dead body next to her. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it so much. Ugh, everything is right in the world. Well, except the debt crisis. That's not right. That's fucked up. That is fucked up what the bank did to them. This is going to be kind of a controversial take, maybe even the most controversial thing I'll say on this channel, but fuck banks. Okay? Just fuck banks. Except if you're my bank, please don't delete all of my money. But in general, the concept of banks and the ways that they operate. Look at the way it's unraveling this precious little family dynamic that's balancing on a thread because of financial stress. There's no good reason why we should be in this situation because we were vulnerable and they took advantage. Now, we're going to get into some of the stuff that they talked about in the next episode, but some of the key points that I'm taking into my memory here are that something happened previously. May had some sort of event. And I think it's being brought up at this precise moment because maybe there's something connected to what she saw, some of her dreams. I don't know if she has, I don't know, some kind of perceptory delusions or something. Find out. But I did find Aunt Malcop's response quite peculiar, which might seem dismissive, but maybe more so like if we were seeing something that she didn't and she wasn't trying to press the issue too much. We also do remember that she has kind of a stigma, May, with some of the townsfolk. They were talking about some sort of incident and it put us into debt. So we must have caused some sort of property damage, maybe. And so yeah, all of that plus putting her off to college. It could be a lot for the family to feel like all the efforts they've put in, well, the results are not clear yet, whether that sacrifice was like really sort of worth it. Maybe not in the immediate sense, but well, I think May she's all right now. It's very likely she's dealing with some depression and definitely some anxiety, but I think if she were to do some of the work that I've been suggesting would be beneficial to her, like starting to develop a sense of what her core competencies are, like her social fluency, her sort of inner sense about what is gonna overload her or not, her understanding of people, her ability to make others see their own potential, lots of stuff. Then I think she might be able to see that she brings more value to people's lives than she thinks she does. Because she's not just a negative weight on things. But yeah, we'll dig into some of that stuff in the next couple of episodes as the story unfolds. But for now, that's where we'll end things. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate every single one of you who continues to watch and enjoy this series. And I can't wait to see what happens next. So until then, be good to yourselves, and I'll see you next time.